where men and women are the leaders of the new frontier, not ever making way for young people, people under the age of 30 in a nation that has not yet reached 50. I want to talk to you about a nation where the 50-year-olds and the 55-year-olds have never, not even once in their entire existence, seen or held the reins of power. I want to talk to you about a dying nation. A nation where superintendents of police never ascend to the office of commissioner of police until after 41 years in the service. A nation where commander defense forces never take the reins of power until after 25 years of service. I want to talk to you about a dying nation. A nation of men and women who, I must admit, with the very little knowledge they had at the time, took us to a very, 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 very wonderful place. But with the knowledge they had, that can take us no further. And while the young men and the young women that come behind them may lack the polish, and we may lack the pageantry, and while we may not be as articulate, and while we do not hold LLBs behind our name or PhDs in the front of it, and while we may be even a little less educated, while we may not know all the answers, we do know one thing, and that is the answer that we see is incorrect. A dying nation. A nation where the men and women of yesteryear have created unto themselves a boys' club, a girls' club, if you will, not a come for all, but a all for me, baby kind of society where them and their friends and their families and their lovers get wonderful, extravagant trips from every corner of the universe while you and I bear the burden of the taxes. A dying nation is something that I want to talk about. I want to talk about a nation where we do not get street signs right, where we can't get working street lights correct, where the national average is a D, where the murder rate has gone over 107 times consecutively. And while the persons that hold on to the innovation that will take us to the new frontier, the kind of innovation that will take us from where we are to where we ought to be, we have not been able to channel that energy in a direction that will cause young men to understand that my brother sitting to the right and the left of me is not my enemy.